Good noon to everyone. Today discuss about the polymer technology. Unit number 1, basics of the fundamental of the polymer and also polymerizations. Now the treatment and technique માં polymerization વિશે આપણે ત્રણ ટાઈપ જોયા છે, preliminary, primary and third is the suspension. Okay, now start the suspension polymerization. This is an important question in the new syllabus in this semester. Only water insoluble monomers have been polymerized by this technique, and the monomer is suspended in a water in the form of fine droplets. શું કહેવું છે કે ઓઇલ અને વોટર insoluble in a monomers. શું કહેવું છે સોલ્યુબલમાં dissolve નથી. Okay, can be polymerized by this technique is a suspension polymerization. Now આપણે રિવિઝન બી કરીશું અને આફ્ટર ધીસ ટોપિક્સ કવર અપ. ઓકે, તો ઓનલી વોટર અને ઓનલી વોટર જે ઇનસોલ્યુબલ્સ છે. Monomer can be polymerized by this technique, and the monomer is suspended in water in the form of fine droplets, which are stabilized and prevented from collapsing by using suitable water soluble protective colloids, surface active agent, and by stripping. The size of the monomers droplet and droplets dependent on the monomers to water ratio. The type and concentration of the stabilizing agent, and also on the type and speed of agitation employed na basis પર છે. Okay, again repeated, the only water is insoluble monomers can be polymerized by this simple technique, અને જે monomers છે is suspended in water in the form of fine droplets. Okay, and which are the subtitles and stabilized and prevented from the coalescing by the using suitable water soluble protective colloids, surface effect active agents, and by the stripping section. The size of the monomer droplets from the depends on the monomer to water ratio and the type and concentration of the stabilizing agent, and also on the type and the speed of the agitation employed na basis par છે. Okay. Now the initiator are the monomer and the soluble signs. Each monomer droplets is isolated and independent of the other droplets. It can be visualized to act and independent bulk polymerization techniques. Okay, this is an important point. First of all, they write down this one point. Okay, and also definition part, this one first one. Now the simple discussion and the simple definition part, suspension polymerization માં આપણે જોઈએ કે only water is insoluble monomer can be polymerized by the simple technique. This is a short note part and 3 or 4 marks, and the types of the polymerization system 7 marks માં રિટર્નમાં બી આવી શકે છે. And the initiator are the monomer soluble, since each monomer droplets is isolated and independent of the other droplets. it can be visualized to act as an independent bulk polymerization nucleus. The continuous aqueous phase separating the monomer droplets. Some act as an efficient heat transfer medium, and hence the exothermicity is well controlled since water is used to the heat transfer equilibrium sorry heat transfer medium, and the process is also economical as compared to solution polymerization, as the entire bulk of the monomer is also economical as compared to the solution polymerization. As the entire bulk of this situation and the monomer is divided into innumerable tiny droplets, control on the kinematic chain length of the polymer formed is also quite good, resulting in a fairly narrow molecular weight distribution of the sum product. Polymerization processes and 100% conversion, and the product is obtained as spherical bits or parallels. Now, again repeated, as the entire bulk of the monomer is divided into innumerable teeny droplets, and some control the kinetic chain length, and the polymer form is also quite good, resulting is a fairly narrow molecular weight distribution of the sum product. The form is also quite good, resulting in a fairly narrow molecular weight distribution of the product. And a polymerization process is to 100% conversion, and the product is obtained as spherical beds or parallels, and for this reason, and this technique is also known as bed or parallel polymerization, and the isolation of the product become easy as this involve only filtration of the beds and removal of the surface active agents and protective colloids by water washing. The water wash and dried product can be used as such for modeling purposes, or can be dissolved in a suitable medium for us and the adhesive and this coating formation. Okay, this is a simple discussion part for the suspension polymerization. Now again repeated in a revision part for this section. So what is the suspension polymerization? The suspension polymerization માં only water insoluble monomer can be polymerized by this technique. Okay, and the some monomers is suspended in the water in the form of these some droplets, which are stabilized and prevented from coalescing by the using the suitable water soluble and protective colloids, surface active agent, and by stirring the size of the monomer, and the some droplets form depend on the monomer to water ratio, the type and concentration of the stabilizing agent, and also on the type and speed of agitation employed. ઓકે, the initiator are monomer soluble છે, and since each monomer droplet is isolated and independent of the other droplets also, it can be visualized to act as an independent bulk polymerization nucleus. In the continuous aqueous phase separating, the monomer droplets act as an efficient heat transfer medium, and hence the exothermicity is well controlled. Since the water is used as the heat transfer medium, the process is also economical as compared to the solution polymerization, as the entire bulk of this monomer is divided to innumerable, that is some tiny droplets. The control of the kinetic chain length also, and the of a polymer form is also quite good result. Okay, some of the tiny problems also. In the 100% conversion part, for a solution polymerization ના basis પર જોઈએ આપણે, the Samko's resulting and the fairly narrow molecular weight distribution of the product, અને પોલિમરાઇઝેશનની પ્રોસેસ છે કે 100% કન્વર્ઝનની પ્રોસેસ છે, and also the product is obtained as a spherical bits or parallels. For this reason, this technique is also known as the bead for parallel, the some polymerization technique. And the isolation of this product become easy to this involve only filtration of the bed and the removal of the surface active. Surface active agent and protective colloids by the water washing. The water wash and dried product can be used as such for modeling purposes, or can be dissolved in a suitable medium for use as adhesive and coating. Okay, for revision part જોઈએ આપણે solution polymerization ના. So what is a solution polymerization? A polymerization, the monomer is dissolved in a suitable inert solvent and along the chain transfer agent, and whenever used, the free radical initiator is also dissolved in the solvent medium, while the ionic and coordination catalyst can either be dissolved or suspended. The presence of the inert solvent medium and help to control viscosity increases and promote a proper heat transfer. Okay, and the major disadvantages of the solution polymerization technique is that however inert the selected solvent may be chain transfer to the solvent cannot be completely ruled, and hence it is difficult to get very high molecular weight product. And the polymer form will also have to be isolated from the solution either by the evaporation of the solvent by the precipitation in a non-solvent, and removal of their final traces is always extremely difficulties. Okay, this is the revision part is completely over. Suspension is completely over, and the last part is the suspension polymerization. So thank you so much.